Knocked off. 10 seconds left in the third period. Here comes Tyson. We've got a fight. Bridgman and Howatt, and quickly Wally Harris trying to break them apart.
Well, Garry Howatt, he isn't very big, but he's a real aggressive little guy out there. He went after Mel Bridgman as one of the Flyers' bigger and stronger players, and they're down on the ice right now, and the linesmen are in between them. I don't think much is going to happen because the linesmen are actually pulling them apart. They're down on the ice with Bridgman on top of Howatt.
Well, Wally Harris got in to intervene to keep them apart to make sure that no action did break loose. These penalties will come at 19:52, and they're just merely icing on the statistical cake as the Flyers have come on after trailing 1-0 and seeing the skate tentatively through the first 15-20 minutes of the game, and then finally came on thanks to Mr. Clark. 2 goals by McLeish, Busnick, Propp, and Holmgren. Our executive producer, Pete Silverman. Our directors tonight, Ron Harrison and Frank DeVincentis. Our assistant director is Carol Champlin and Mike Finocchiaro and Joan Loeb. Our studio coordinator is Bob Clark. And the crews at WTAF-TV and our flagship radio station, WIP.
Gene, there's been an awful lot of said about Billy Smith and his aggressive style of play, and goal was Mel Bridgman skated in front of him. He swung a stick at him to the point that he broke it right off of the handle. He took a two-hander at Mel and hit Mel with the thing and broke it right off of the handle. And you'd have to wonder exactly how long the league is going to allow a guy like that to swing a stick and use the butt end and everything else. It was a very, very aggressive play after the whistle, and really there wasn't much cause for it except for maybe to set some kind of a precedent going back into the island, that maybe Billy Smith is saying, listen, you blew 6 by me tonight, but you're not going to take advantage of me when we go back to the island.
Now Bridgman getting a salute as Ray Scapanello carries him over here. And Billy Smith really got him, and now Howatt's gone, and Bridgman is gone. With 8 seconds left. Interesting what the penalties to be called, and particularly if there's anything against Billy Smith. That Jimmy Watson talking to him right now.
I think maybe what Jimmy's just telling him, Gene, that, you know, 2 can play that game because Mel was just going by, actually not looking for anything, and all of a sudden, kaboom, he got hit with the goal stick, and I'm sure Jimmy Watson wasn't whispering sweet nothings for sure in his ear.
All right, while we're getting the penalties called, we'll pause for station identification on the Flyers Hockey Network.
WTAF-TV, Channel 29, Philadelphia. Taft Broadcasting, serving the Delaware Valley.
Flyers are going to win this one. They lead 6-3. They came into this period up 3-2. Then McLeish and Propp within 3 minutes. The latter on the power play, and then Pearson on Holmgren just traded goals, and the Flyers lead it. Go back to Uniondale on Saturday at 2 o'clock in the afternoon on the radio network. 4 minutes are up on the board for Mel Bridgman. The Flyers now will have 9 penalties on the game.
See late. Bridgman has his gloves on, fighting with Howatt. Bridgman and Howatt. Doing a little softening up for game 6.
You know, there hasn't been much in this type of action, if you want to call it that, tonight, but with just 8 seconds left in the game, it kills the standing ovation, Jim, for one thing. And it's too bad that this had to happen at this particular time for no real reason at all in back of that net. Gary, I don't know, when all this is said and done, this final series, my most lasting impression might be the gutsy effort that the Flyers came up with here tonight.
Well, you got to give them a lot of credit. You know, they knew what they had to do because the Islanders have an excellent hockey club. I mean, they're so well disciplined due to the work of Al Arbor. There's the hit by Howatt, and Bridgman come together.
Oh, now Billy Smith. We were watching the replay. Smith has broken his stick. He took a swing, I guess, at somebody. Or else, how did he break his stick? Whether we got that on camera. Gary and I were watching the monitor. The crowd reacted. And I think Smith's goaltender stick has been... Yes, it is. He's got just the handle of it in his hand. There it is.
Very untimely, rather foolish move by Billy Smith. But I guess he's steaming about the score and the situation. But there's only 8 seconds left in this game, and it's going to take a while to play it.
Now let's see what happens with Billy Smith as